Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, again, welcome. My name is Nancy, and I'm on the WW Personal Points program, and I love bringing you videos centered around WW content. My 0-point foods are eggs, popcorn, lean turkey and chicken, beans, vegetables, fruits, and also fish and shellfish. That's always hard to get through. But I think I got them all. So again, welcome to the video. I have a good one for you today, and it's a grocery haul from ALDI. I know that a lot of us shop at ALDI. They have some really good finds this week. I can't wait to share them with you. You ready to get into it? Let's go. I love to start my grocery hauls with produce because it's kind of the way I shop in the grocery store. You know, most produce is 0 points. So let's just get started. I love green onions. I picked up some fresh green onions. You know, I add these to, of course, salads and sometimes as toppings when I cook for things like salads and even maybe a pasta salad. Anything that requires a little bit of a garnish. You know, green onions are flavorful, great. And if you trim them really nice and small, they really do look good as a topper to many of your dishes. But I also like adding them to my wraps in kind of just almost a whole form, you know, because they really do add a little bit of an oniony taste to my lettuce wraps or my sandwich wraps. I love these things, so I pick them up once a week. So green onion, and these, it's a nice amount in this bag from Aldi. So I also picked up some sweet corn. I love corn. I don't know about you guys, but it's Super Bowl weekend over here, so we're gonna have some barbecue, and we're gonna add a few corns of cob. And this is a sweet corn cob. It's 4 of them here, and they look great. I love the yellow corn that has those little specks of also the sweet white corn. I love it. I picked up some strawberries. I figured that I would do a nice little fruit bowl. So I have strawberries here, and I also picked up some blueberries. So I'll make a nice fruit bowl of the strawberries and the blueberries. And what we don't get through for the party, we will have for breakfast or in smoothies for the rest of the week. I don't eat as much fruit as I should. I love vegetables probably because they're savory and I think a little bit heartier than fruit. But you know, when you have them in the house, you don't want them to go to waste because they're just so expensive these days, as with everything else. And there's so much you could do with them. You know, you could add these even to pancakes or waffles in the morning. Your blueberries. And you know, blueberries are a superfood. So don't let them go to waste. Figure out some fun stuff you could do with them. All right, so I also love mushrooms. So I will saute mushrooms and add them to my eggs in the morning. Sometimes I'll do a stir fry at lunch and add them, of course. I love mushrooms, and I love adding, hold on, I have it right here. The Trader Joe's umami mushroom seasoning to my fresh mushrooms. So good, I love that. So I will saute mushrooms and a little bit of, I can't believe it's not butter light. And you have something really savory and good to add to your eggs in the morning. Okay, let's continue on in produce. I love Persian cucumbers. Here they just say mini cucumbers. And look how many came in this bag. I mean, there are about 7 here. But I love Persian cucumbers. You know, to me, the freshness of the cucumber taste is so much more pronounced in the smaller ones versus, for example, your English cucumber or your hothouse cucumber. So I love these. And you know what? Someone made me remember that you could do cucumber water. So I haven't done that in a while, and I drink water, you know, all day long. So I think I'm gonna do that this week. Add a few of these to water and just imagine I'm in a spa. So I love cucumber. Okay, spinach. You know, spinach is great, especially when it comes bagged like this, because spinach is one of those vegetables that if you get it in the bunch, you really have to clean it well because of all the dirt. And so that can, you know, add more time to your evening when you're just trying to put something on the table that's healthy, nutritious, and delicious. So I love spinach that's already been picked. Of course, you still have to rinse it, but you don't have to cut off the stems and, you know, give it that thorough rinse that you really would need to do if it's already kind of picked through for you. So I love the spinach in the bag. I add that sometimes to my salads or my wraps or even eggs in the morning. But for the most part, I add maybe a teaspoon of olive oil and some garlic and saute that and have it for dinner. So I love fresh spinach, and more importantly, so does my husband, because it's hard to get him to eat vegetables sometimes. So it's great that I saw that. I pick it up any chance that I can see it. Okay, so I think that's it for fresh produce with the exception of these bite-sized potatoes. So, honey gold potatoes. Have you guys seen these over at Aldi? They look like Yukon, you know, gold potatoes, but it says honey gold. And they're bite-sized potatoes, so there you go. So I picked up some of these. You know, you can do so many things with a potato. All right, let's move on to my frozen produce. Okay, I love adding frozen vegetables to my groceries because frozen means convenient, right? But you could also find some really good fresh frozen veggies, especially over at Aldi. They have a good selection of organic fruits at reasonable prices, so you just can't pass it up. So I love a butternut squash. I talk about butternut squash all the time on this channel because instead of something, for example, like a potato or a rice, you know, like a really heavy starch for dinner, I'll have a squash, and I find it to be just as filling and hearty as a potato. So I love butternut squash. You know, I love kombucha squash. I love spaghetti squash, acorn squash. You know, give them a try if you see them in the grocery store. I know that they could be a little intimidating, especially if you're not used to peeling and chopping. But you know, if you have an air fryer, it makes your life so much easier. I actually just spray these with a little bit of cooking spray and season them with salt and pepper, or sometimes that mushroom umami flavoring that I picked up at Trader Joe's, and throw them in the air fryer at 400 for about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Just keep watching it and kind of tossing it back and forth. And you have a really crispy, delicious vegetable at 0 points for dinner. So I love that. All right, but you know, sometimes a potato is good, right? So also in organics, I picked up a sweet potato from Aldi. You know, sweet potatoes are great. I love to add my cinnamon and nutmeg kind of combination mix to these potatoes and add them again to the air fryer. And sometimes when they come out of the air fryer and when I put them on my plate, I'll drizzle a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup onto them. And it really is, you know, feels like something special, like a really candied yam almost, and for really low points. And so the best part about a frozen sweet potato like this, you can easily measure it out. You know, you don't have to eat the whole bag in one sitting. You can have a few servings of a sweet potato. So, and it's really good for you. The beta carotene in a sweet potato, you know, really good. So I love veggies. I think that's it for my veggie haul from Aldi. Let's move on. Okay, I mentioned to you that Super Bowl weekend is here, so I picked up some salsa. This is a small batch black bean and corn salsa from Aldi, 0 points. So I love that. I saw that they had a couple. They even had a fresh one. But sometimes I like the jarred salsas, you know. And I love the fact that they have a black bean and corn mix in here. That's one of my favorite combinations. So, and it just gives you a little bit of extra fiber in your day. So 0 points for this salsa. Oh, not really. Less than 1 gram of fiber, but still, you know, black bean and corn. So I picked up a little bit of salsa, and I picked up that salsa because we're going to, of course, have some tortilla chips. So these are the mellow corn tortilla chips, gluten-free, made with sea salt. And these are like rounds, tortilla rounds. And so these are 4 points per serving, and it says about 12 chips. So, you know, just count them out and include that with your 0 point salsa. And you have you some really good, I love that they're gluten-free, but you know, some good chips and salsa. Who doesn't love chips and salsa for game day? I actually even have an avocado somewhere around here. I may attempt to do a guac. So chips and dips. Okay, here is something that I am really excited about, and was one of the main reasons that I wanted to shop at Aldi this week. But I found these 2-point bagels. To me, that's a big deal. 2 points for this bagel. It's a keto-friendly bagel, and it's their La Oven Fresh brand. It says zero guilt. 5 bagels in this pack. They were about $4. Look at this. This is a regular size bagel. And they're nice and soft. Smells yummy. So a 2-point bagel, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, I can't wait to taste this and have it this week for breakfast. You know, again, that's kind of a game changer. I love their low-carb hamburger buns. You know, I eat those quite a bit as well. They are also 2 points. But I was so excited to see the bagels. So if you see those, you gotta pick them up. That's incredible. Okay, let's move on to a few other items that I picked up. So I got some Sweet Mate substitute sugar. This is like a stevia. I love these to add to my coffee in the morning. Sometimes even over something like those berries that I got, I'll sprinkle some stevia on it and have something sweet before bed. But, you know, these are, I think, 95 cents. And it's one of those things where we make coffee every morning. So I'll pick these up if I see them. Okay, along with our chips and salsa and corn, my husband's making some ribs today for game day. And I didn't know if we had enough barbecue sauce in my pantry. You know, last week I did, or a couple of weeks ago, I did a favorites video. And the Stubbs barbecue sauce was on my favorites for 1 point for 2 tablespoons. But I didn't see it at Aldi. Sometimes, you know, you kind of have to go with the store brand there. So they had just some original barbecue sauce from a brand I've never really heard of before, Berman's, but it's 3 points for 2 tablespoons. So, you know, I'll probably use this sparingly, or hopefully we have enough Stubbs, because sometimes these barbecue sauces are a little sweet, you know, but maybe you could cut it with something and reduce the amount of sugar. But there you go, 3 points for a barbecue. I love sometimes using a chicken stock when I cook instead of water, just because, you know, it adds a little more flavor to whatever it is you're cooking. And so I picked up some organic chicken broth from over at Aldi. You know, it's something that it's kind of a staple you keep in your pantry and your fridge. So fat-free, I picked up a little bit of that. Okay, let's move on to the protein that I picked up from Aldi this week. Okay, another item that's new to me that I am excited about this week are these Egg Life Everything Bagel egg white wraps. So, you know, I love this brand, the Egg Lights, because you know what I do? I make breakfast pizzas with them. So you can essentially put anything that you want in here. Veggies, wrap it up. You can even just eat it like it is. It's 1 point. But you know, they're kind of thick. So I use them as a base for a breakfast pizza. I'll sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top, maybe some fresh tomato, green onion, of course. And there you have it, a little bit of a breakfast pizza, and I really love it. If I could find the picture of one that I made the last time with this, I'll include it here. But I love these, and again, if you look closely, you'll see that it's like a crepe right? And it's made of egg whites, and you see the little specks of the everything but the bagel seasoning. So they have other flavors as well. And of course they just have plain, but so I'm excited to try the new flavor, everything but the bagel. So I'll probably do it, like I said, and make a little breakfast pizza of it. But if not, I'll most likely wrap some cheese in that and have an easy breakfast in the morning. Okay, I love tilapia because it's such a mild fish. So they had some on sale over at Aldi, and there are quite a few fillets in here, about 4. And so these were, yeah, 5, almost 6 pounds here. So really, no. It's £1.50 at $5 a pound. But look at that, it looks nice and fresh. I couldn't resist. Again, I love the tilapia because it's such a mild fish. You could cook it in the air fryer, I often do. And I have it sometimes with salads over some greens. I love tilapia for lunch because it's just nice and hearty. And of course, 0 points on my 0 point food list. Speaking of 0 point foods, they had some split chicken breasts. So, and these were such a great price. This is almost 3 pounds, $1.79 a pound. So this packet cost me $4.96. You know, when you find something on sale, grab it. And you know, you could do so many things with a chicken breast because it's just a blank slate, you know. Okay, I picked up some mesquite turkey because I like to have these sometimes even in something like that egg wrap. So of course, turkey, you could do so many things with turkey. And lean turkey is on my 0 points food list. I believe this is 1 point though. So some of the turkey you could find for 0 points, especially the boar's head. You could find a lot of those flavors for 0. Okay, one of my favorite things that I picked up from the frozen section over at Aldi. I love these. It's the mussels garlic butter sauce. You know, if you've seen one of my Aldi hauls before, you know I pick this up every time. This is such a treat. It's delicious. These things are under $3. I mean, it's such a great deal. A pound of mussels that are flavored for you, 1 point for this serving. You just can't pass it up. It's for half a pack, it's 1 point. So 2 points for this whole box of mussels. And they come frozen in a baggie. And all that you do is cut your bag open, drop them into a pot. And I add a smidgen of water and cover the pot and let them cook. It's just so great. It's just an easy lunch. I'll include a pic here, of course, of me enjoying these before because I picked them up. Okay, let's see. I picked up also something kind of special, and I can't wait to try it. It's a truffle cheddar cheese imported from England. So, you know, I remember the truffle craze. Do you? It was everywhere. And I love truffle, you know, not crazy about it like some folks, but I do love it every now and again. And you know what? I think this will go so well if I cut it thinly on a burger, like a turkey burger or a lean beef burger. And so it's 5 points a serving. So, you know, it has to be one of these things that you plan out and you know it's special and you just want to enjoy it every now and again. And I also think since it's Super Bowl weekend that I may cut a few pieces of these and leave it out with some Ritz crackers and see how it is. But there it is, truffle cheddar cheese. Really, and it was a great price, like $4. So I love that. Okay, so for treats, speaking of treats this week, I picked up some 100-calorie snack packs. So I love these. You can't find them everywhere. I remember that, you know, Chips Ahoy used to make a 100-calorie cookie pack. Oreos even had one, but I can't find them anymore. And so, although I feel these were less in calorie points at some point, but they're now but these are now 5 points a bag, which is a little more than I thought that they would be. But, you know, 100-calorie snack pack. The thing I like most about these is that you kind of have some control. You have one bag and you're done, right? So if you want a chocolate chip cookie, there you go. 100 calories. And I've had these before. I like them. So every now and again, that's okay. All right, speaking of treats, I found some cheap wine over at ALDI. You know, every now and again, if I see a cheap wine, I'm gonna give it a taste just because, you know, $3 a bottle. It's the Winking Owl. I picked up a Sauvignon Blanc and a Pinot Grigio. You know, every now and again on the evenings, I might have a glass of wine after work or, of course, over the weekends. And so, you know, I picked it up. The brand is Winking Owl. Look at that label. So cute. $3 a bottle. So, you know, either I'll have it once and never buy it again. It's worth trying for $3. Or I will give it to a friend. But, you know, it's something that it's just fun to pick up every now and again. And it's, again, especially at $3. And so ALDI had quite a bit of wine over there. So if you're a wine drinker like me, you know, some good stuff over there. Check it out. Okay, I think that's it for my grocery haul from ALDI. I did pick up some canned sodas because we're having guests and, you know, I wanted to offer up some soda for the big game. But of course, I'll stick to my water or my Winking Owl. All right, guys, well, that's it for my ALDI grocery haul. I hope you saw some things that maybe you want to pick up this week. If you've been recently and you got some good deals, why don't you let us know in the comments? And don't forget to give me a like. It really does help the channel grow. We're so close to 2K. Can't wait to celebrate that with all of my subscribers. Okay, guys, until the next time, see you. Take care of yourself, okay? Bye.